So yesterday the students completed WRD-HK GS paper. Okay, so it was on 1st August 2021, and in this particular video we will be making the question paper analysis, that is the subject wise weightage, as well as we will be providing the key answers. So if you have any confusions with respect to the key answers what we are providing, so you can just inform us, we can make the corrections accordingly. And also when I saw the question paper, I found it like you can rate it from simple to medium. It is not above medium also, because some of the questions were very simple and the questions were not that tricky, because most of the tricky questions comes from history only, because lot of questions comes with respect to the dates, that is facts and figures you can say. So hardly 5 to 6 questions appeared from history, but as I keep telling you, always concentrate more on polity. So if you see the question paper, 30 questions appeared from polity itself, because polity is such a subject wherein they cannot confuse you guys. The questions will be like straightforward with respect to articles, rules, regulations, amendments, schedules, rights, all those kind of. So when I made a video on the study plan for 1 month for this WRD exam, so we had given polity as the second weightage or second priority in the GS subjects, actually general studies subjects, because this is a subject wherein you can score really high, and same way as per our prediction, more than 30 questions appeared from this subject itself. So that's why we keep telling you ki whatever inputs we give, take the inputs seriously. What students will do is, okay madam eno heltara irli bidalat, but when we did the analysis of technical, so you saw that lot of the questions were from the notes what we taught, as well as the subjects which I used to keep telling you guys ki concentrate more on this subject, more on this subject. So the lot of questions appeared from those subjects. Same thing happened for GS also. So that's why rather than just listening for our inputs, whatever we give, keep working towards that. That is more important. And in the video like which I made one day before your WRD exam, I had told ki like when you will be writing the question paper, you will feel like okay, I haven't studied for this, so I will be preparing for PWD or any upcoming notification seriously. So I have received many messages with respect to this. Ma'am, I couldn't perform well in this exam. I will study very much seriously for the next exam. And I am sure the same thing will happen, because they had given 1 year time for this particular exam. Still you guys felt ki the exam will not happen, and you took it lightly, and you are the one who are in loss. Remember that no one is in loss. So the aspirants, you guys are in loss. And I will be leaving the clip of my previous video where I had given lot of weightage on polity. So if you go through it, at least now you can realize. Next high weightage subject is polity. Okay, so if you study these 4 subjects, if you are strong, then that will cover more than 50% of your entire GS part actually. Okay, so polity you should not leave anything in this. So that is the reason I am giving 2 full days time for this particular subject, polity. So what all you have to study? Constitution, articles, amendments, directive principles of state policy, DPSP and then preamble, parliament, bills, judiciary. So that means like entire polity you have to study. Twist at straightforward questions only will be there from this particular subject. So now let's see the analysis of this particular paper as well as the key answers. So as I informed earlier, Indian polity was having highest weightage, that is 29 to 30 questions appeared out of 100 in this GS paper. And GK plus current affairs had come for 26 marks, aptitude and reasoning had come for 16 marks, physics for 10 marks, biology for 6 marks, history just 5 marks, geography just 5 marks, chemistry 1 marks, economics 1 or 2 marks, that's it. So if you see, the very high weightage was only these 3 subjects. So around 70 marks had come from only these 3 subjects. Alright. So now let's see the key answers. So these are the key answers which you can see here. Okay, so you can just take the screenshot of this and you can compare the answers what you have got in the exam. So if there are any discrepancies, or if you are having any confusions with respect to any of the options which we have, any of the answers which we have provided here, so you can inform us, we can make the changes accordingly. So now let's see the question paper in detail and try answering the questions there only. so that it will be easy for you to understand. And these key answers are given for the set C of the question paper. Okay, so now let's read the questions and we will try answering here. Okay, again I won't be explaining because we will be providing the detailed PDF of technical as well as general studies within 2 days, so you can cross check the explanation there. Now here I am just trying to give the answers for all 100 questions. So let's read the first one. On which article union budget is presented periodically? It is in article 112. Recently the Suez Canal has been in the news for the following reasons. So you are already aware there was a lot of news with respect to the Suez Canal. Okay, so what was the reason for that? Like why it was in the news? So if you consider the options, this and this, that is B and D are correct. That is 400-meter long ship was trapped in the middle of the canal, and because of which there was a huge loss of around $1 billion. So let's read the next question. Which of the following organization was the released State of the Global Climate for 2020? So it was by World Meteorological Organization, WMO. So which institution published the Corona Studies series titled Psychosocial Impact of Pandemic and Lockdown and How to Cope Up With? So the correct answer is National Book Trust. Next one, the 14th edition of the Indian Premier League 2021 did not select the following stadium to play cricket match. So ಯಾವ stadium select ಮಾಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ cricket match ಸಂಬಂಧ? It was Hyderabad, Kanpur, Mohali and Rajkot. Next one, the following airports are having tabletop runway. So the tabletop runway, like it can be on the hill or plateau. So if you see the options, the first option is correct. Then how many seats have been allocated for Karnataka in Rajya Sabha? So it is 12 seats are allocated. Next, which of the following is not matching? So falls kotaru, river kotaru. So yaud match agudira. So when you see this option doesn't match, that is Gokak Falls is on Ghataprabha river, not on Malaprabha river. Which social media platform launched Coronavirus Information Hub in partnership with WHO, UNICEF and UNDP? So it was with WhatsApp. Next one, which country has become the first nation to complete clinical trial of COVID-19 vaccine on the humans? So it was Russia. Lonar Lake is located in which of the following states? So it is in Maharashtra. Karnataka Bala was the name of the army consolidated by Pulikeshi II. Where is the iron pillar inscription of Chandragupta II? It is in Mehruli, New Delhi. Next, Gandhara art was introduced by the ruler of Kushana. Uttar Mehrul inscription dealt with the local self-government was belonged to whom? It is option 1, that is Parantaka 1. Quit India movement was launched on when? 1st August 1942. So now these are aptitude questions. The train running at a speed of 60 km per hour crosses a pole in 9 seconds. So what is the length of the train? So it is just simple. Velocity is equal to distance traveled by time taken. Velocity is 60 km per hour. Then the time taken is 9 seconds. So you need to convert this hour to second. And once you calculate, you will get the answer as 150 meters. Aptitude questions are really very simple actually. Anyways, we are providing PDF wherein we will provide the detailed explanation for all of these questions. So 18 to 1 in an examination, 80% candidates passed in Kannada, 88% candidates passed in mathematics. If 75% candidates pass in both of these subjects, then what percentage of candidates failed in both the subjects? So Venn diagram question is the answer is 7. The sum of ages of A, B and C is 8 years. So what was the total of their ages 3 years ago? So new ages x plus y plus z at madi, you can write that equal to 80 and minus 3 you can do, that is x minus 3, y minus 3, z minus 3 is equal to 80. Then just subtract it, 80 minus 9. So straight away you will get the answer as 1. So no need even of calculator also for this particular paper. There are deer and peacocks in zoo. By counting the heads, they are 80. The number of their legs is 220. How many peacocks are there? So in class also, I have solved like a lot of questions on these legs and head concept kind of. So once you solve, you will get answer as 50. So this question is from boats and streams. Here the answer is second one, 4 hours. And then next is with respect to the area, that is the area of the rectangle. So once you calculate, you will get the answer as 4250 square centimeters. So which of the, just fill the blank space, that is you need to compare the data which are given. So calculate and get the answer. So it is 5 plus 5 10, then 7 plus 3 10. So it is, you will get the answer here as 9 plus 1 10 straight away. So here the correct answer is fourth one, that is answer 9. So next question is from directions. So once you solve here, you will get the answer as 45 meters. And next question is from series. So once you solve, you will get here as 42. Next you can say this question is from ranking. So once you solve, you will get the answer as 33. And here it is a just simple maths question. That is a sum of rupees 700 divided among A, B and C such that A gets half of B and B gets half of C. Then what is the share of C? So simple XYZ ಅಥವಾ ABC substitute ಮಾಡಿ solve ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಇದನ್ನ. Once you calculate, you will get the answer as 400. Next question, in an examination, a student scores 2 marks for every correct answer and loses 1 mark for every wrong answer. If he attempts all 100 questions and secure 140 marks, the number of questions he attempted currently is 80. The pumps, so tanks smell question itidu. So here the correct answer is third one. Then here again it is a distance question. So once you calculate, you will get the answer as 1, that is 100. Now this question is from polity. So competent to prescribe conditions for acquiring citizenship of India another option 3, that is Parliament of India. The Constitution of India provides what actually? So it is option 4th, that is B, C and D. All three are right. The article is related to equal justice and free legal aid. So yeah, article it is article 4. Next one, the union government gives granting aid to the states on the recommendations of whom actually? So it is by Finance Commission. Which of the article provides the creation of all India services? So yaar ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇದು ಯಾವ article ಒಳಗೆ ಇದು? So it is in article 312. Next one, procedure for impeachment of the president is given in article 61. Form of oath or affirmation to be made by the judges of the Supreme Court and Controller and Auditor General of India is mentioned in which schedule? That is schedule 3. According to article 12 of the Constitution of India, the state includes what? So yav include madadi? All three actually. So the correct answer is option 4th. Salient features of fundamental rights in India is what? So they are both negative as well as positive. So which one of the following statement is not correct? So the central government is very strong ಅನ್ನೋದು correct ಇಲ್ಲ. And here 41st, in a secular state the religion has nothing to do with the politics. Which one of the following taxes is levied and collected by the union but distributed among the states? It is income tax. The Council of Ministers under Article 75 Schedule 3 is what actually? So it is collectively responsible for the House of the People. The right to property, so yaar asti tagodu? It is any individual privilege not guaranteed by the state. So now yaar beka tagobodu. Then 45th, who appoints the chairman of the Finance Commission? So it is President. Money bill can only be introduced where actually? So it is in Lok Sabha. If the President of India wants to resign, he has to address the letter of resignation. So yarig letter of resignation kodabodu President? So it is to the Vice President. The members of the National Commission for SC/ST were appointed by President. Who is the custodian of the fundamental rights of Indian citizens? Option 2, Supreme Court. The right of constitutional remedies is mentioned in fundamental right. The Finance Commission is constituted for a period of, so for a period of 5 years. The President of India is bound to give the assent to the bill without reconsideration of what actually? So it is without the reconsideration of money bill. Parliament or state legislatures can declare a chair vacant if any member of the House remains absent for a period of 60 days. Which is the first state of India which was formed on the linguistic ground? It was Andhra Pradesh. So which article of the Constitution of India deals with the Uniform Civil Code? Option 4, that is article 44. The first Republic Day of the India was celebrated on 26 January 1950. So yav day kelaru? So e type questions ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ answer more difficult ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. So it's on Thursday actually. Next one, the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand if a clock. So when the time is 4 hours 20 minutes, so clock the gaiti, so yesterday it is the angle is 10 degree. So next question is from series. Here the correct answer is first one 252. As an object approaches the speed of the light, its mass becomes what? Infinite. The Raman effect is the scattering of what? Photons. The sort of the waves exhibits the Doppler effect. So actually Doppler effect light wave dintranu agtati, sound wave dintranu agtati, but most popularly we use sound waves here. Semiconductor diodes can be used in the following circuits. Option 1. Which of the following is not a characteristic of the laser? So it is divergent. So when milk is churned, cream gets separated due to, so when it is because of centrifugal force. Fog is an example of what? Liquid dispersed in gas. A car parked in the sun with its window closed gets terribly hot. Because of the greenhouse effect, that is, there will not be reflection of the light from that particular region. The ultraviolet radiations finds their application. So ultraviolet radiation use martevu, so it is used in all of the above. That is to simulate the human body to produce vitamin D. So vitamin D sunlight and distinguish between the fake and the real diamonds. Detect any alteration in the bank check detect any forced currency notes. So father of green revolution, so he is MS Swaminathan. So straight away answer the sum total of all the genes found in the individual of the population of a particular species is called as what? So it is gene pool. RT-PCR means, so RT-PCR test but I don't know how many of you will be knowing the full form of this. So it is a reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction. For hydrogen fluoride molecule, the percentage of the ionic characters is what actually? So it is 3, that is 42%. The absolute zero pressure can be obtained at a temperature of -273 degrees Celsius. Stem cell is an alternate term which is used for what actually? So it is for undifferentiated cell. So next is match the following. So tissues kottararu, tissues and cartilages another. So here like you need to match. So here the correct answer is option 2. Next, which one of the following hormone is not synthesized by islets of Langerhans? So vasopressin. So this is in actually pancreas. So lowered body temperature is called as what? Hypothermia. So hypo andra kami, thermia andra heat. So even without knowing the meaning or without knowing the actual concept, still you can answer these kind of questions. So who appoints the Lokayukt of Karnataka? It is option 3, that is Chief Justice of High Court. Which of the following article in the Constitution is considered as heart and soul of the Constitution as per B.R. Ambedkar? So it is Article 32. So why it is 32 and all, we will mention in the PDF. So what is the name of the mobile app developed by the Karnataka state government to combat COVID-19? So it is Apta Mitra app. When was the first case of the COVID confirmed in Karnataka? So first one is 8th March 2020. Then which city is hosting the Karnataka's first tribal museum? So it is Mysore. Which of the following cities was the only city in Karnataka to get ranked in Swachh Sarvekshans in the year 2020 and got the 5th prize? So again it is Mysore. Which of the following date is observed as World Population Day? So it is July 11th. Which was the name of the comet which was closest to the sun and visible to the naked eye? New eyes. India's largest ropeway over a river was inaugurated in August 2020. Which river it is located? So yeah, river mele idu ropeway aiti. So it is on Brahmaputra. Venkatraipur is village which was declared as tsunami ready by Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of UNESCO is located in which state? So it is Odisha. Karnataka state position in India Innovative Index. So first state modla question kelidare idar bagge. On which river Maitri Setu bridge is planned to connect Tripura with Bangladesh? So it is on the river Feni. Government of India planned to setting up new major port Vadhavan in the state. So W nu aiti, V nu aiti. So it is in Maharashtra. India's Andaman and Nicobar Island share a maritime border with which among the following? So it is between with Thailand and Indonesia. How many states in India have forest cover more than 75% of the geographical area? So 5 states I think like Meghalaya, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur. The length of the Karnataka from Bidar to Chikmagalur. So yes, length I so again there are little discrepancies. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಡೆ 680 ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಡೆ 750 ಅಂತೀವಿ. So you can just cross check. Mullyanagiri, highest mountain peak of Karnataka, located in which of the following district? So it is in Chikmagalur district. So which of the following district in Karnataka has least area under the forest? So it is Vijaypur district. Expand ODOP. So it is one district, one product. Cryptocurrency refers to what? Digital money. So recently I had made a video on cryptocurrency. So you can check that video if you need any information with respect to cryptocurrency. Jalamrita scheme was initiated by whom? RDPR. So Rural Development and Panchayat Raj Department. Which is the right answer for the merger of the banks? So banks will merge adu. So yav correct merge ageti? So it is third one, that is Corporation Bank and Andhra Bank merged with Union Bank of India. Jyoti Sanjeevani scheme is for whom actually? So it is for Karnataka state government employees. It is with respect to medical emergency. The last one is block pricing means. So economics olaga barate, seller charges different prices for different quantities of a good. And again I am telling you, take our words very seriously, because we do lot of analysis with respect to previous years. Either it is Karnataka exams, SSC, JEE, RRB, GATE, whatever it is. So take the benefit of Sandpoint and achieve your dreams. All the very best.